In Arabic, there's a part of the sentence that delivers the news. It's called the khabar, or the predicate. But this simple-sounding piece of grammar, well, it has a few secret identities, and today we're going to uncover all three of them.
So let me start by asking you this. In Arabic, can the part of a sentence that gives you all the information actually be a complete sentence all by itself? Believe it or not, the answer is yes. And understanding how that works is a huge key to mastering the language. So let's dive in. Okay, first things first, let's set the stage. To really get a handle on the khabar, we need to know exactly where it lives and what its job is.
We're focusing on something called a nominal sentence, or al-jumla al-ismiyya. And that's just a fancy way of saying a sentence that kicks off with a noun. Think of it as being built on two essential pillars. So those two pillars are the subject, or mubtada, and the predicate, the khabar. The mubtada, which you'll see in blue, is what the sentence is all about. It's our topic. And the khabar, in orange, is the information or the news about that topic. It's the part that actually completes the thought. Right, so here's the crucial point. The khabar is basically the missing piece of the puzzle. Without it, you just have a topic kind of hanging in the air. The khabar swoops in with the information that finishes the idea and gives the whole sentence its meaning. All right, let's kick things off with the first and, honestly, the most common type of khabar. This is the simple, straightforward one that you probably learned first. We're talking about the khabar as a mufrad, which literally just means single. So yeah, it's not a whole sentence, it's not even a phrase, it's just one powerful descriptive word that gets the job done. For instance, look at Muhammadun Talibun. Our subject, our topic, is Muhammadun, that's in blue. The news about him, the khabar, is that single word Talibun, meaning a student, and you can see it right there in orange. Boom, simple, clear, and direct. Okay, but what happens when the information you need to share is a little more complex than just a single word? I mean, what if the news is a whole story in itself? Well, this is where the khabar gets really interesting. This is where the khabar can actually be an entire sentence, a jamla. And this sentence within a sentence idea comes in two flavors. It can be a nominal sentence built around a noun, or a verbal sentence built around a verb. So first up, let's see how a complete nominal sentence can step in and act as the predicate. You can think of it like one of those Russian nesting dolls. A smaller, complete sentence fits perfectly inside a larger one to give it its full meaning. Check out this sentence. Fatimatu abuha wazirun. Our main subject is Fatima in blue. Now, what's the news about her? It's that entire phrase, abuha wazirun, her father is a minister, which you can see is highlighted in orange. Now, that phrase is a complete sentence on its own. It has its own subject and predicate. And this whole mini sentence is serving as the khabar for Fatima. How cool is that? And you know what? The exact same logic applies when the predicate is in action. Here, a complete verbal sentence, an al-jumla al-fi'liya, is what provides all the information. Take the sentence, Hamidun dhahaba ila al-madrasati. The subject, of course, is Hamid, in blue. And the information about him, it's that whole action phrase, dhahaba ila al-madrasati, went to the school, highlighted in orange. That's a complete verbal sentence, and it's doing the job of the khabar, telling us exactly what Hamid was up to. So we've had a single word, we've had a full sentence. Our third and final type of khabar is something in between. It's a phrase, or what's called a shibhu al-jumla, which literally means resembling a sentence. So this semi-sentence doesn't have its own subject and predicate like a full sentence does, but it still packs a punch, giving us crucial information, usually about a location or a relationship. It most often shows up as either a prepositional phrase or an adverbial phrase. A classic example that pretty much everyone knows is alhamdulillahi. The subject is alhamdu, the praise, that's our part in blue. And where is that praise going? Well, the khabar, our prepositional phrase, lillahi, to God, highlighted in orange, tells us exactly that. It completes the meaning beautifully. And for an adverbial phrase, just look at this beautiful saying, al-jannatu tahta aqdami al-ummahat. The subject is al-jannatu, paradise, in blue, and the information, the khabar, is that whole adverbial phrase of place, tahta aqdami al-ummahat, under the feet of mothers, which you can see there in orange. All right, we've made it through all three forms. So let's bring them all together and put them side by side to really see what's going on.
So here it is, a quick breakdown of our three types. We've got the single word, the mufrad. We've got the sentence, the jumla, which can be either nominal or verbal. And finally, we have the phrase, the shibhu al-jumla, which can be prepositional or adverbial. As you can see from the examples, we have three totally different structures, but they all do the exact same job, providing the news about the subject. So when it all comes down to it, what's the magic number you need to remember? It's 3. Just 3 fundamental forms to get a handle on. And this is the real takeaway here. Understanding these 3 forms of the khabar isn't just some boring grammar exercise. Think of it like a key. It's the key that lets you look at a really long, maybe intimidating Arabic sentence and instantly find the core pieces, the subject and its news, and just get the main idea, no matter how complicated it looks. So I'm going to leave you with a little challenge. The next time you're reading some Arabic, actively look for these 3 types of khabar. Ask yourself, how does spotting a complete sentence acting as a predicate change how you understand the text? It's a small shift in how you look at things, but trust me, it makes a huge difference. Thanks for joining me for this explainer.